platform for women over 40 starting new chapters, which I think is fantastic.
It is called Beginning Is Now, and I really just, especially during COVID, I thought, I'm 56, right? But I feel stronger, I feel more powerful, I feel more confident, I don't feel as insecure.
I feel like that happens with age.
And that's the part to me that's so amazing. But when you're over 40 and you look at what's out there, we're not marketed to. I don't know.
But there's not a lot of like movies or TV shows. It's usually like a specific like younger or then older. It's like there's nothing generally in that gap
it's like
for like a lot of
20s
people.
are Helen Mirren, and she's gorgeous. But
oh my God, I hate her.
I know.
I think
like,
one
who
of the
looks
things
like
is though too, I feel like I'm at this age too as an actress where I'm like, do I just age nicely, or like I think I just got to get old so that I can keep with having good parts too. I kind of have to just like not fall for the praise of Los Angeles and just kind of age normally, so I can.
You're doing a beautiful
job
of it.
Like, keep working though. I feel like to get interesting parts. You know what I mean?
It is. It's a hard thing, and I've talked to a lot of and you know what? I never have that conversation with actors. It's always actresses, and it's and it's always because there's a harder thing. It's always put on women.
Like what? Yeah. How? What route? Yeah.
Yep.
Netflix was really.
And how natural can I age?
Well, you just don't want half your conversation about your part, like the supporting conversation, to be like, oh, what face work did she do? You know what I mean? Like, which would be devastating to me.
Is that a real?
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Well, what Netflix, when they originally talked to me about it, it was a woman who in this one particular division said, we are interested in women over a certain age, over 40, they're saying, because they're empowered women, and she said that's what we're gearing towards. So it's lovely that to hear a network say that that's their focus, you know, and it's a section of Netflix, you know, but it is, and that's what she wants to do, this executive. And I was so happy that, you know, they weren't trying to make me 30. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I was my age, and I was acting my age and in myself, and really just there's pride in it, and I love that there's starting to be representation like that, at least in these movies.
And as a woman that's about to be 40, I love watching it.
Yeah.
Like I don't really relate sorry anymore to a lot of the younger, like, you know what I'm saying? There's like, there should be like sections for all of it. Like we like to watch different things, and maybe people, I don't know, our own age doing stuff. So
And there's romance, you know, and there's humor, and there's, you know, it's parts of it that are sort of just sexy enough, you know what I mean? But it's presenting women with all of their facets, you know. And I think it took me decades to grow into myself and not compare myself or say, oh God, they want me to do this, or I'm not this enough, or I'm not that enough.
Well, the reason why you probably did that though is because people put that on us when we're young.
They do, especially, are you kidding me? Of course, all of us like had different versions of that. You probably had it the worst, Brooke, right? I mean,
I wasn't. There was no social media when I was.
That's true.
You know, I mean, it was. I had my own set of different things that I had to grapple with insecurity-wise, but it was, you know, I was called a face of a decade. It's like,
that's a lot of pressure.
Who decides that, you know?
I don't know. Feel free to call mine the face of a decade. I don't know who decides, but no.
Well, that's a lot of pressure. Arbitrary ridiculousness of it. So what I did was became the class clown, self-deprecate.
Oh, me too.
Look at me, waka waka waka. I'm so funny, you know. And I need to diffuse the air. I need to not be threatening to women. I need to.
Oh my God, that's how I feel sometimes too. Yeah.
And then you start to believe it. Then you start living in your comments about yourself and your self-deprecation, and you know, and that's not healthy either. And so it's about finding that balance of saying, you know, I mean, by virtue of getting older, I would be considered a disappointment because I would have had to have died when I was, you know, 18 or something like that. It's not funny, but like to preserve what everybody has on their psyche about me, right?
Because at the end of the day, sometimes people view you as a product and not the actual person, so they just see one thing. Yeah, no, totally.
And so I had to, throughout my life, really just reveal myself emotionally and in all ways, so that that's what I could own. You know, so it wasn't
I feel the same, same in a different way too. Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, I was lucky working with Sofia Coppola at such a young age because at 16, when you don't feel good about yourself, she made me feel beautiful. So I had that to kind of take me through the more masculine, energy films and things. I didn't look to anybody or dress in a certain way on the carpet that I had to be sexy. I dressed the way I wanted to dress.
That's a beautiful thing to have that influence though from a woman.
I got lucky that I had that at such a young age.
And
Yeah.
I never had that. And I
Oh
had
my
male
God, me neither.
directors
I had
who
a photographer,
loved the
literally,
men.
we might edit this out. I had a photographer,
Everything.
literally, look at
There
me,
won't be
and
a show.
it was literally like right after American Idol, and it was like 20 years ago, and he was like, man, you would be so pretty if you lost 20 pounds. And I was like, oh my God, how much weight do you think you need to lose to be attractive?
Awesome that you said that.
Ooh, I love
I love
that.
that you said
I was
that back to him.